There's something that's become very, very clear to me. And I mean, look, if you really, if you're in this personal development, self-development, if you're like looking, if you're on a journey, let's just call it what it is. If you're on a journey of self-mastery, and you could also call it spirituality, but if you're on a journey of self-mastery, you're always looking for the next level of clarity, the next level of uh, confidence, of courage, of an understanding of clarity, of an understanding of what life's all about, and who am I, and what role do I play, and what is this life? What does it all mean? Like, if you're on this journey of self-mastery, and if you're listening to this podcast, that's what you're on a journey of self-mastery. And we might have a business, and episode 2 is, as the business owner grows, the business grows itself. And so self-mastery is the mechanism, is the avenue to business mastery. And I mean, John Maxwell, the law of the lid, that's exactly what it is. As your business will only grow to the level that you grow as a leader, as a human being, the more you understand your divine nature. And sometimes the truth is right in front of our face. It's right in front of our eyes, but it's like we don't have the eyes to see that truth at that moment. And I remember the first time reading Eckhart Tolle, his book, The Power of Now. Right in the very beginning, Eckhart Tolle says that when you read this book, when you finish this book and you go back and read it, then you're going to see things that you didn't see before, because you've grown. Like, by reading the book the first time, you've grown to a level where now you see higher levels of truth in places that you didn't see it before. You can also call it, like, where this is a frequency and vibration universe, right? There's very little matter, but everything that's matter, the small amounts of matter, are vibrating, and they have their own frequency, and like attracts like, and the law of attraction, and these things are all real. That what you see in your life, that what you experience in life, is a reflection of who you are. It's showing you the vibration and the frequency that you're at that moment, at that given time. So as you rise in frequency and vibration in your consciousness and your awareness, then you see evidence of new things in your life. And as you keep expanding, as you keep evolving up the emotional scale of consciousness, up the ladder of growth and development, then you're going to see new evidence of things outside of you that you never experienced before. And you're not going to, like, you're going to see things that you didn't think were true or available, years before, if you're on an aggressive journey of self-mastery. And this truth has always been right in front of my eyes, and I didn't understand it. I didn't see it. I'm going to share that truth with you today. But again, just like many other episodes, it might be like your reaction might be, well, no shit, right? But the point being is, it's new to me, and as I share what I needed to know 7 years ago, when I share that, the right person or the right people are going to connect with it, and it's going to change their lives. But all I'm doing, and I heard a speaker last week when I was at a seminar in New Orleans, I heard a speaker say, I don't create content for my audience. I create content for the person that I was, that needed to know this information, that didn't access this information. And I teach the old me what I'm learning, so that, and the right people connect with that. So that's what I'm going to do today. All right. I'm going to share this. What I've realized, and it's been a powerful revelation, is there's, in my mind right now, the way it sits, and it might reorganize later, but there's only 2 ways of living. There's only 2 approaches to life. One is survival mode, and the other is creator mode. And I'm going to get deeply into both. Survival mode looks like this. It's worry, it's doubt, it's fear, it's anxiety, it's panic, it's fear of judgment, it's financial struggle, it's compromising who you are so that you can preserve a relationship. It's lying, it's withholding your truth, it's saying yes when you want to say no, and saying no when you want to say yes. It's abusing your body, it's overeating, it's over drinking, it's over caffeinating, it's under giving your body less nutrition than it requires. It's dehydration. It's lack of exercise. It's binging Netflix on a regular basis. Survival mode is going somewhere that you don't want to go, to do something that you don't want to do, to preserve your current quality of life. Survival mode is living month to month. Survival mode is not allowing yourself to fully shine in the world. Survival mode is secrets. Survival mode is hiding yourself away. Survival mode is not fully participating in life. Survival mode is thinking I can't, or it's not available to me, or that's something I can't have. Survival mode is I can't afford it. Survival mode is settling for less than you want and less than you deserve. Survival mode is staying in toxic relationships. Survival mode is having a life that's cluttered and filled with conflict and drama and gossip. Survival mode is having no boundaries. Survival mode is letting people step all over you. Survival mode is not saying that thing that needs to be said, not speaking your truth. Survival mode is believing in a religion that you don't believe in, that doesn't make sense. Survival mode is fearing your God. Survival mode is being like everyone else. Survival mode is looking to what society's doing and then just doing it because that's what normal is. Society is in a constant state of survival mode if you really pay attention closely. Survival mode is Mondays suck and Fridays are great, and the weekends are why I live. Survival mode is looking forward to vacation as an escape. Survival mode is depending on chemicals for a source of joy or happiness or calm or peace, numbing. Survival mode is going from partner to partner, looking for a source of fulfillment or of not feeling alone. Survival mode is feeling lonely. Survival mode is looking to save money more than focusing on creating wealth. Survival mode is trying to save your way into prosperity. Survival mode is waking up every day and only worrying about your own circumstances. Survival mode is what's in it for me. Survival mode is not allowing yourself to make a purchase that you want to make, or to have a thing that you want to have, or to do a thing that you want to do because you feel a sense of guilt and shame. Survival mode is anger and threats and blame and using manipulation and coercion, using manipulative tactics to parent or to be a husband or to be a spouse or to be a friend or to be an employer. Survival mode is lacking courage and giving into fear. Survival mode comes in many, many forms. And it's all driven by insecurity, inadequacy, and insignificance. The fear of loss, the fear that I'm not good enough, and the fear and the story that I don't matter. Survival mode is it's watering your own life down to help other people not live a watered down life. It's sacrifice, self-sacrifice. It's being a martyr. Survival mode is claiming victim of anything, whether it be your past, whether it be your identity, whether it be your genetics, whether it be your current levels of wealth or success or joy or your relationship. It's being a victim of anything. That's all survival mode. Survival mode is not being fulfilled. Anything that's less than fulfilling. Survival mode is waking up and regretting waking up or not being excited about your day. It's about holding on to things that you've outgrown, relationships, careers, streams of income. Survival mode is signing up for another stream of income that you don't enjoy. It's about accumulating wealth as a means of padding yourself from fear. If you really think about that laundry list of things and maybe some of those connected with you, because we look at these as typical human qualities or typical human traits, but what we don't understand is these are survival instincts. These are tribe-based, trying to keep our tribe together. These are negotiating ourselves out of ourselves as a means of protecting or preserving a relationship. It's about living month to month financially and not stepping in to a higher level of wealth or not increasing the value of the level of service that we give so that we can increase the value and the level of wealth that we create or income that we create. These are all survival mechanisms, survival instincts. It's a way of preserving life. And as I like to say, it's a way of prolonging the misery for as long as we possibly can before we die. So what's the opposite of survival mode? It's creator mode. It's where each and every day you wake up excited about the life that you get to live. It's about recognizing that you're an absolute freaking miracle. There's a 1 in 400 trillion chance that you were going to be born. And yet here you are. You were born. You're on a rock hurling through space at 66,000 miles an hour, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, flying around a ball of gas that's 20 million degrees at its core. The food you need grows out of the ground. The water you need falls out of the sky, and the oxygen you need to preserve life is all around you. You are a miracle, and it's recognizing. Creator mode is recognizing the miracle that you are. Creator mode is creating wealth, not because you're scared of being broke, because it's fun to create wealth. Creator mode is about waking up to impact a larger number of people on a daily basis, knowing that wealth comes through positive impact in the world. The more you help someone else get what they want, the more they'll give you what you want. And it's not waking up with the intention of creating wealth. It's waking up with the intention of increasing the impact, which naturally creates wealth. It's creator mode is nurturing your body. It's breathing deeper. It's hydration. It's eating healthy nutrition. It's exercising on the regular. It's getting great quality rest at night. Creator mode is being true to yourself. Creator mode is being the full expression of who you are and saying what's on your heart and saying what's on your mind and allowing the truth that's inside of you to come out without fear of judgment or ridicule. Creator mode is expansive. It's about expanding the quality of our relationships, about expanding the quality of our wealth. It's about expanding the amount of success that we enjoy. It's about expanding every circumstance in our entire life, expanding the depth of our relationships. It's about expanding our reach in the world and the footprint and the space that we take up in the world without guilt or shame. Creator mode is about knowing that you are a valued asset in this world. It's knowing that the world is better because you are here, and that we are all better because of you and through you. Creator mode is full of self-esteem and dignity and self-respect and clarity and confidence and courage, significance. It's full of not only can I will. Creator mode is, instead of chasing, you choose your outcomes. Creator mode is not being afraid to fail, knowing that failure leads to success. And you don't succeed your way to success, you fail your way to success. And in creator mode, when you fail, you know you're learning what you need to learn so that you could ultimately hit that success that you're looking for. Creator mode is knowing that this is all a game and not taking any of it seriously. Creator mode is knowing that you're not here to worship God, but you're here to become God and recognize that you are God. Creator mode is full of joy and peace and love and harmony. Creator mode is knowing that every day is going to continue to get more and more enjoyable and peaceful and loving and expansive without anticipating failure. Creator mode is creative, while survival mode is constricting and fear-based and anticipating doom and trying to keep a mediocre, average life together as long as possible. I've worked with a lot of really, really wealthy people, and there are happy millionaires and there are miserable millionaires. And the thing that separates a happy millionaire from a miserable millionaire is if they're still in survival mode. Money will not help you escape survival mode. A relationship will not help you escape a survival mode. Nothing will help you escape survival mode except the awareness that you are in survival mode. Now, hopefully, by listening to that, you understand the difference between survival mode and creator mode. Hopefully, you understand. One is trying not to die, and one is fully living. One is trying to preserve life, and one is trying to expand life. One is succeeding, and the other is trying not to fail. One is just getting by, and the other is having expanding circumstances for the rest of your life. And hopefully you feel the truth in that, and you feel some clarity in that. And there's a bridge. I want to offer you a bridge from survival mode to creator mode. And it contains 5 elements. Number 1 is awareness of whether you're in survival mode or creator mode. Now, I want to break this down. Survival mode and creator mode isn't something that lasts the rest of your life. It's moment by moment. You might be in creator mode in one moment, next moment you feel like all, doom and gloom. And it's the awareness each moment of whether you are in survival mode or creator mode. So don't get hung up, and don't trick yourself that creator mode, once you're in creator mode, it's going to last the rest of your life. But the percentage of time that you spend in creator mode determines the quality of your life. The more time you spend in creator mode, the higher quality of life you will live, and the more your circumstances will expand. But the more you stay if a larger percentage of your life is in survival mode, your life is going to be really, really strugglicious. And the switch that I made was, without knowing what it was and what was happening, the switch that I made was spending a larger portion of my life in survival mode shifting that to spending a larger portion of my life in creator mode. And that's why I'm creating this podcast. Not to preserve my life, but to create more life. So that's the first step, awareness, knowing whether moment by moment you're in survival mode or creator mode. Number two, it's having meaning in your life, knowing that you are divinity. You are God. You are walking around. You're the most significant person in the entire world, just like everyone else. There's 8 billion of us, and we are equally significant, and we are part of God. We are God. Like, we don't have a life, we are life. We are life itself. We have a mind, we have a body, but we are one unified, awesome, conscious soul. And that's why you're a miracle. Because you were never not going to live. You are completely meaningful in this world. And we live in a survival-based, fear-based world that teaches us that we're here to worship God, but we don't understand that during the process of our life, we are realizing that we are God. And this is why we can create. And this is why the people who have created a bigger life already recognize this. Wow, I can create whatever I want. And if we can create whatever I want, don't blame it on anybody else. You are meaningful, and you are a miracle in action, and your life has meaning. The third is purpose. You are here on purpose. There is something you are here to achieve, accomplish, do, and something that is inside of you that is trying to escape, that is trying to get out, that is trying to be unleashed and harnessed in this world. You are either in your purpose or you are searching for your purpose. And you know if that's true for you. And for people that have seen me speak in front of a room, in front of an audience, you know when somebody is in the zone, you know when somebody is in their purpose, because you can see it, you can feel it, you can experience it, and they just kind of let it rip without a filter. And they just let themselves loose in the world. You are here on purpose. Question is, have you found that purpose? The fourth is impact. Listen, if you wake up every single day just to fill your bank account, or just to preserve your life, or just to make money, or just to accumulate wealth, or just to whatever it is, if it's selfish by nature, if it's just about you, if it's self-obsessed, if it's self-centered, you're never going to have enough. You're always going to be in survival mode. But if you wake up every day to make a bigger difference in this world and to impact the world in a more positive, more powerful, more purposeful way, then you're never going to have another money problem in the rest of your life. You are here to impact the world. And when you find your purpose and you create impact, you'll never need another thing the rest of your life. And this is where true fulfillment comes from. And let me go back to purpose real quick, because we need you. We need you to recognize how meaningful you are. And we need you in your purpose, because there's a piece of society that depends on you being in that purpose and finding that purpose. And we suffer the consequences of you not finding your purpose. And when you find your purpose and you create impact, that leads to the fifth element. And this is the word I like to use, is margin. It's having complete control over your calendar, over your day, over your time, over your life, having enough financial buffer where money is not a problem for you, where you don't have to make a financial decision whether do I eat or pay my rent, where you can say yes when you want to say yes, say no when you want to say no. You can choose higher levels of materials or higher levels of experience. You don't need to scrimp and save a nickel and dime life to try to just get by. And margin is about having enough of everything, enough time to breathe, enough time in your calendar to fully live on your terms, and to have enough financial margin to be able to fund whatever it is that you're after, to increase the level of impact or to increase the level of your experiences. Now, if you really pay attention, you've got awareness, which now you have, right? You know the difference. If you've made it all the way through this, you know the difference. Get awareness, You got meaning and purpose and impact. And if you do those four, 100% chance you'll start to develop the margin in your life. 100% chance. I've never been so certain and so self-assured about anything in my life. If you gain deep levels of awareness, if you understand how meaningful you are, if you understand your purpose and you get in your purpose, if you impact the world in your unique, authentic way, you will begin to build margin, time and financial margin in your life. Your heart will fill up. And then when you open your eyes every morning, the first thing you'll say is, oh my fuck, I can't believe I get to live this life. And isn't that what we all really want? But there's no way to wake up every day realizing that you're a miracle and realizing that life is a miracle if you're always in survival mode. And maybe go back and listen to this podcast, this episode a couple times, because your joy depends on it. You are not just here to survive. You are here to create. And we are the recipients of your creation. We are the recipients of the meaning and the purpose and the impact that you have in this world. We get the benefit of you creating. Now, I want you to take inventory. What percentage of your life are you living in survival mode or creator mode? Survival mode versus creator mode. Bridge that gap. Increase the amount of time that you spend in creator mode. And it takes aligning the highest level thoughts with the highest level emotions, with the highest level actions to create the highest level results that you possibly can. And this is not selfish. This is selfless. Because the more you are in creator mode, the better this world becomes. And the better this world becomes, the more love we all experience. And that is the absolute mission of my business, Inner Wealth Global, is to make the world a more loving place. And the kindest thing, the most loving thing that you can do for everybody is to be a creator instead of a survivor. There's enough people surviving. We need you to create. The question is, are you ready to create?